Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Curran.
And I'm Leslie Draffin. The 23-year-old man believed to be behind a string of bombings in Austin is dead after a confrontation early this morning with police. Investigators say he triggered an explosion inside his vehicle as SWAT team members closed in.
We have team coverage for you tonight. Heidi Alagha is outside Austin Police Headquarters, where another update is expected any moment now. But first, we begin with Chris Rogers, who is standing just outside the home of the suspect that he was living in. Chris, what can you tell us?
Doug and Leslie, good evening to you. The neighborhood behind me is locked down for at least a block as police and federal investigators continue to search for clues inside the suspect's home. Now, the houses around it have been evacuated as well. At first, police told us it was out of a caution, but we now know they found the makings of more bombs inside the suspect's home. As we continue to learn more about the attacks, police and federal agents finding what they call a treasure trove of evidence inside the home of suspected serial bomber Mark Anthony Condit. It happened overnight just down the road from here in Round Rock, as Condit was cornered by police. We now know what led investigators to Condit in the first place. What federal agents call, quote, exotic batteries ordered online from Asia tied those attacks together. Cell site analysis helped them learn Condit's phone number. He used his cell phone just hours before police closed in. And surveillance video of Condit wearing a hat and wig was the final factor, allowing police to conclusively determine he was the prime suspect. Police say that although the bombs may have looked different, based on what they found inside that home, police now say Condit had a signature.
I know to the public they may look all different, but when you look at the internal components, they're very similar to us. From laboratory analysis, we know that it's the same person who manufactured these.
Police still have not said whether or not they've discovered a motive at this time. That information will come out as this investigation moves forward. We also do know that authorities originally detained two of Condit's roommates. One was questioned and released. One is still cooperating with investigators at this hour. Still, this community breathing a sigh of relief for now, but still not ready to let down their guard. Reporting live in Pflugerville, I'm Chris Rogers, Channel 6 News. Doug, Leslie, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. And tonight, some of the suspects' neighbors are speaking out, asking some of the same questions many of us are asking.
Our team coverage continues with Heidi Alagha. She was out speaking to neighbors who live near Mark Condit, and she's also outside the place where he used to work. Heidi, did you find out anything more about the suspect, including any more details about his past?
Well, Doug, Leslie, between the hours when police released the suspect's name earlier today up until just moments ago, we continue to learn new details about who Mark Condit was. I'm sitting outside the Cruise Manufacturing company here where he used to work. He worked here for a total of 4 years and was hired at the age of 19. It is an engineering and machine store. And he worked here. His boss described him as introverted and pretty quiet. And he hired him. He didn't see any red flags. And up until last August, things were going great until he was let go because he was no longer performing up to expectation and he just wasn't taking the job seriously. We also know that he is the oldest of 4 children and was homeschooled. As for college, during the 5 o'clock hour, we were outside Austin Community College where Mark attended classes for 2 years from 2010 to 2012. We know that he likes gymnastics as a hobby, and despite not knowing him, his neighbors, they do have some words they wish they could say to him.
Why, and what happened to you that would make you want to kill people, hurt people?
Honestly, I wouldn't approach him, but I mean, if we could say some things in passing now that he's gone and it's over with, I mean, I'd like to listen to hear what he had to say. What was his intentions behind this? What did he hope to accomplish, you know? And, you know, just listen more than say anything to him. I'd like to get to know what goes through the mind of a person like that and their motivation for maiming and killing people.
There's just so many questions tonight, not just from neighbors, but also law enforcement and his family now speaking out. Not just the neighbors are speaking out, but the family has released a statement saying they had no idea that Mark was engaging in criminal activities. They did release a full statement. We do have it posted online for you to read, along with more about who Mark was, some other details about his time here and what his boss thought of him, along with his family members. You can go ahead and read that at kcentv.com. Reporting live in Pflugerville, I'm Heidi Alagha for Channel 6 News. Doug, Leslie, back to you.
All right, thanks, Heidi.